Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIII. I'm Lion'sMawGaming. And last time... No. Okay, let's try that again. Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIII. I'm Lion'sMawGaming, and last time we continued our journey through the Palamecia, and today we're going to be continuing to the end. Let's go. We also upgraded Lightning's weapon to the second tier last time, so that was cool.
Been looking for you, Nabat.
Bang.
Your Eminence, please escape. I'll cover your retreat.
Why don't you leave, Jill? Or rather, take your leave. Humans have no business here.
What? Your Eminence!
What? Magic? Monster! People are not yours to use!
What else does one do with tools? Cocoon is a factory built by Fal'Cie. A factory for the mass production of human thralls.
Not anymore, it's not.
What can mere men do? Without our help, death is all of which you're capable. You saw the fools, a mindless mob drunk on fear of a viewless sea.
If they only knew a l'Cie was the one filling their glasses!
L'Cie? You mean me? Oh, child, perish the thought. I am more than that! I am Fal'Cie. My name is Bartandalus, voice of the Sanctum and Lord Sovereign of the Cocoon Fal'Cie.
Hello.
Your kind feared the darkness, so we gave you light. You begged us for the purge, and did it not come to pass? Now you spurn our counsel. You must learn your place.
So yeah, Daisley is a Fal'Cie.
What can mere l'Cie do?
Cocoon's
So,
nothing
we're going to start
you.
off in Bully, and we're going to start off on a Pauldron. We're going to get some buffs going. And hopefully, we'll deal some decent damage. And I'm hoping that we can get rid of one of these pretty quickly.
Fal'Cie.
Thanks.
The issue is that they tend to do a lot of magic attacks from each section rather quickly. And I want to hit him. Oh, screw it. Libra Scope. I'm wasting a lot of time. He also just buffed himself. Now that we're good, back to Bully, get the rest of our buffs up. Ultimately, we want our buffs ready to fight the actual head. But if you get rid of these pauldrons, or aliettes, I guess, you tend to really help your case. Because then you get a lot less magic cast at you. Also, this is gonna hurt. Or no, that's a buff. That's a buff for him. As soon as Sawz finishes buffing himself, we're gonna switch over to good old diversity, but I guess we can first take a look. The Aliettes have about 50,000 health, and he himself has 400,000. So that's a thing. Also, he's very, very resistant until you break all of his armor. I'm going to switch over to medic so I don't die. Or to diversity, I should say. I apologize. Come on, Vanille, go ham. Thundaga's scary. Every time he casts magic...
Thanks.
Magic... Freaking... Oh my god, what is it called? Amplification. He buffs his... Buffs his stats pretty severely. Thanatosian Smite. This is gonna hurt. Yow.
You're open.
Switch to freaking diversity. And as soon as Vanille hits lightning with a couple heals.
Thank you.
There we go. I want to go with Smart Bomb. Because Vanille will provide as a stagger maintenance for a short while. Also trying to hit some debuffs on him. He is immune to quite a few. But as you can also see, as it states, he's not resistant to everything anymore. His chain resistance has gone down as well as his stagger point, I believe. And he stores up energy, so that's something we had to watch out for. That's like the Thanatosian Smite, or whatever move he used earlier. Here we go, we're starting to get some debuffs on him.
You will taste agony. You will know.
That's a scary move. I should have gone here. Should have gone here. I'm gonna die. Now go, bully. Now go, bully. Quick, interrupt him. Pace is back up. Go try disaster. We gotta get some damage. Go. Ow, 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 ow. That was a scary move.
Thanks.
Diversity. Get some heals going. We'll pop a potion in the middle. Get a bit more health.
Thank you.
Relentless Assault. There's a ton of switching. Ideally, you just want to keep some debuffs on him and keep as many people attacking as you possibly can. But this should pretty well finish it up. And that was that. Wasn't a perfect run, but it was pretty good. We got the Entite Ring, and our Crystarium expanded. Thank God. We can finally spend some of our XP.
The Foul Sea running the Sanctum.
Then, I guess it wasn't Eden controlling things after all.
As I said, I am Lord Sovereign.
Guess Foul Sea don't go down as easy as the rest of us.
Ease is not the issue. You have not fought to win. You should know quite well already the sure way of dispatching our kind. Ragnarok.
What's Ragnarok? Ah! Ah! Ah!
Pitiful Lassie, you've forgotten your focus. Ragnarok is the beast one of you must become in order to lay waste to Cocoon. You have had the dream. One among you will become that monstrosity. Defeat Orphan and destroy Cocoon.
Orphan?
The font of Eden's power. Orphan fuels Eden with strength, and Eden in turn sustains you and the rest of our kind. Destroy Orphan, and you'll release a force such as this world has never seen. Cocoon will be torn asunder.
So if I did that, destroyed Orphan,
Your focus will be fulfilled.
So what? Who says it has to be?
Sarah asked us to save Cocoon before she turned to Crystal. Save it! And that's what we're gonna do. Sarah was trying to tell us how to complete our focus, and we have...
Allow me to help you see the truth of things. The moment you arrived, your friend wept crystal tears. This was because her focus required that you be brought together. That girl did nothing but assemble the tools for Cocoon's destruction. Did it never occur to you? Or did you simply refuse to countenance the thought? If you will not face the truth, then face the peril of your plight. Run, let's see. See how stark reality is.
Come on!
This is bad! The yoke's jammed! Knew it was a trap!
Something's coming!
Not so fast, LaCie.
Hang on! What kind of ship is this? Fighting on its own?
Clever, aren't you?
Can't we do something?
Got me! I give up!
Seal.
Saz, look out!
And allow me to change discs. And thus let part 3 continue. As soon as it reads it. There we go. And we will save. So yeah, that happened. We've had a lot of things explained. A lot more questions pop up.
Where are we?
Looks like a piece of pulse.
Pulse? What, you mean like the Bodum vestige? Something like that. It's close to Eden.
Yeah, well, what I don't understand is after the Purge and all that LaCie paranoia, Why keep a chunk of pulse under the floorboards?
Is this what the Primarch wanted us to see?
A place for l'Cie to accept their fate.
Do you really think our focus is what Daisley said it is?
You mean become Ragnarok?
Destroy the fal'Cie Eden and shatter Cocoon. That's what the vision's telling us, more or less. So, we're back to square one. Out of luck.
Mr. Hero! Cocoon calling Snow!
It's almost like Daisley wants it to come true.
Seems that way. He sure didn't mind explaining it. Here's your focus on the silver platter.
But that doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Why would a Cocoon fal'Cie want to destroy Cocoon?
Maybe it's a fal'Cie thing. You know what I mean? Some grand design we just don't understand.
Hey, Snow. Nothing from you?
So, this way?
I suppose so. Instrument of truth. So, we got a few things we can do. Firstly, let's take a look around. Talk to Saz. We'll talk to everybody. Can also come this way. Let's see what's back here. Nothing. Nothing special going on this way. Can't go up there. So yeah, we can just talk to everybody here. We can chill at the save point. Let's talk to Snow.
So gathering that the tools for destruction turned you to Crystal.
I'm gonna try to stand closer to him this time and see if he's any louder.
You really were an enemy of Cocoon, just like the rest of us. I had it all wrong. Totally wrong.
He's so quiet. I wonder if it's because he's talking to himself.
Wish I could say it was my piloting skills that saved us back there, but it wasn't. Truth is, the ship handled all the flying and shooting. I'm not talking about some jacked up autopilot either. Something wanted us to make it out of there, and made sure we did.
Interesting things to say. Alright, well. We're gonna wait.
Been checking your brand? You start to stray or take too much of a shock, your brand will change, and it'll be next stop XIII Central. Keep that in mind.
Now we're just looking for Vanille and Hope. And there they are.
Don't believe everything a fal'Cie says. He's telling us our focus is to destroy Cocoon. But who knows? He could be lying to trick us into helping him to do something else. We should listen to Sarah, not some fal'Cie.
So Daisley was really the fal'Cie Bartandalus. The vision he was talking about was that crazy Ragnarok dream we all had when we were made into l'Cie. One of us is supposed to become this Ragnarok thing and destroy Eden. Except we do that by destroying this orphan that gives Eden its power. I think I have that part straight now.
Well,
Are we ready to get out of here?
let's go. I'm ready.
I gotta apologize. Looks like I was wrong.
About Sarah's focus? Not like you to second-guess yourself.
Yeah, well, even heroes make mistakes.
What about your plan to protect Cocoon? Either way, your faith in Sarah was strong. That strength got you this far.
It was all wrong.
Yeah, you tried so hard to convince us that you even fooled yourself. You've been a total idiot.
But still, it saved me. You trusted Sarah. Let that faith drive you. It even made me want to believe.
Sarah, talk to me, baby.
There we go. Now we got everybody. First things first, let's change up our battle team. I like snow and all. I want to keep using my crew. So we got Bully. Coalescence is a strange paradigm to be using. I'd much rather actually have this followed up by this. And that's also a good set. And finally, I would like Ravager, Saboteur. Okay, now our Crystarium has expanded. Let's do some leveling up. Let's level up Commando first. Got HP, Strength, HP. Jeopardize. Boost the chain bonus of staggered target upon attacking. Makes so we get more of a stagger gauge. That's it for Commando. It looks like we won't be expending all of our stuff today. This Crystarium expansion is kind of small. We'll still have plenty to spare, I guess. On the bright side, we'll knock out this leveling up pretty quick. And there's Lightning. Saw's turn. See if he gets anything cool. Nothing in Commando. Just some stats. He really needs his other freaking weapons. He gets Thundara. That's something. That's pretty cool. How about Synergist? Anything cool out of there? Oh, he's got Bar Frost and Bar Fire. That's something. We have some resistance spells. So Saz is starting to dip into what Hope has. Whoops. Meant to go to Vanille. Vanille has some more basic stats and Thundara. Nice. Saboteur, any cool debuffs? Oh, we got some stuff. We got the D-Shelga and D-Protecta spells. Those are AoE versions of D-Protect and D-Shell. We got Jinx, which extends the duration of the target's existing status ailment upon afflicting new ones. That's a really cool combo. So basically, if I were to hit somebody with D-Protect and then later hit them with D-Shell, then D-Protect's duration would be increased again. So that's cool. It's very convenient. See what Hope's got. Anything special. Nothing in Oh, wait. Aeroga in Ravager. How about Synergist? Anything cool? And Water and then Thunder. So he's getting offensive versions. So that's cool. Wasn't done. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. There's that. Snow's turn. See what he's got. Magic. He gets Smite finally. He's gonna get some more stats. Anything cool in Ravager? Blazara, that's something. Helpful. Anything cool in Sentinel? He's got Entrench. which is basically the longer you defend, you'll get more and more defense, which is nice. Nothing crazy, though. How about Fang? Anything cool for Fang? Power Chain. She's got Death Blow. That's not awful. Sentinel. Counter. And Challenge. And Entrench. And Saboteur. Fog. Fogga. So she's got a few more statuses she can hand out. That's pretty much that. So, let us continue.
Those were just legends, right?
I want to say we're close to Eden, but it's hard to be sure.
Am I supposed to go up the stairs? Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? I'm a little lost. Yeah, that must be it. It's supposed to come up here. Oh, cutscene.
I can't believe we're still in Cocoon.
It's kind of creepy. What the?
Well, we got some new enemies. Let's hit them with Libra, Pulse Work Knights. See what they got to say. They are weak to fire and electric, but they are resistant to both normal and magic damage. They have a pretty low stagger point, but an incredibly high 90% stagger resistance. So it's gonna be a little bit of a struggle to get them staggered. I've got to try to wait long enough that I can get a few buffs going. I'd like to get end fire up on everybody before I switch over to even odds at the very least. Jesus. They do a lot of damage. Not a lot of die, Vanille. Alright, Vanille, you're a much better healer than me.
Change of plan.
You go.
Stay down. You can do it.
Just gotta get some damage on the Pulsework Knights. And just like the guys from earlier, the Pulsework soldiers, or Paulsian soldiers, whoever the heck they were called, if you stagger these guys, they take a lot of damage. Like, a lot. Just like that.
Battle.
So that wasn't a great run. Role development unlocked. Your party members have now unlocked the potential to assume all combat roles. From now on, you may freely select the members of your battle team. To take on a new role, a member must first learn an ability for that role. You can teach a party member new abilities via the Crystarium. The fifth arc. Concealed Vestige.
This place. It must be an ark.
An ark?
That's what they called them.
Long ago, the Fal'Cie who made their home on Grand Pulse were afraid of invasion from the outside. As part of their battle preparations, they created an army of living weapons, and they stored those weapons in arks. And they hid the arks all over the world.
Everyone on Grand Pulse knew the legend.
So, this is basically a Pulse armory.
Mm-hmm. Most of us never believed in them. A few people tried searching, but they never found a thing. Who'd have thought to look on Cocoon?
Right under our noses. Some secret they kept. Those Sanctum guys, what are they up to?
The story's not done. There's more.
They used to say the Arks had a more practical purpose.
Huh. Really?
Yeah, to force l'Cie to master their shiny new powers.
Huh.
Okay, so I get it. Daisley's goal is to forge us into stronger weapons. Right.
Not Seath, but monsters all the same.
Think of it as training for the fight ahead.
Hope's right.
Wait, what was that? These guys again.
Fun times.
Over there! We gotta keep moving.
But I want to fight the Pulse Works. Okay,
Run for your life.
so we're going to take a look at the Crystarium, because now we can expand a lot. As you can see, now able to harness the full powers of the l'Cie, your characters can master any role. You will be able to use a new role once you've learned what its abilities, master a variety of roles, and you will gain access to more versatile paradigms. So, as you can see, we can actually level up in literally anything. And we can kind of take a look at what we can get. Like, if I were to make Lightning a synergist, she starts with Bravery, she gets Faith, she gets in Thunder, she moves up to End Fire, and Water, and Frost. She gets to all the offensive ones, and then she eventually ends up on Protect. Note that these get really expensive. Like, really expensive. Even the first one is going to cost us a lot. Our first skill, just get 10 HP, is going to cost us 3,000. And that's how it's going to be for all of them. But it's something you can do. I can make Lightning a Sentinel if I wanted to. And she actually serves as a decent Sentinel if you level her up, because she actually does evade tanking instead of just HP tanking. She dodge tanks, which is really cool. It's pretty unique for her. She doesn't do an awful job of it, but that's probably what I will be investing in shortly. But it's not my goal at the moment. I don't really have any plans to work people towards those right now. I don't have any one in particular that I want to work towards another Crystarium, but I did want to show that off.
What do we do?
That is going to be it for this time, though. It's a good time to call it, and we'll be right back at it next time. So I'm going to be going over the data logs here shortly, so if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like down below. Subscribe if you want to be notified when I upload in the future. And with all that said, have a good one. Those of you that want to see the data logs, hang around. We're getting into them right now. Events. Oh boy, we got a lot. Chapter 9. A focus revealed. To the amazement of the l'Cie, the Primarch reveals himself to be a fal'Cie whose true name is Bartandalus. Showing nothing but contempt for his human tools, he proceeds to casually slaughter Colonel Nabat and her subordinates. Bartandalus then shrugs off the l'Cie's attacks, and with mocking laughter, declares his intention to enlighten them. In order to fulfill the focus given to them by the Pulse fal'Cie, he states, one of the l'Cie must become Ragnarok and bring about the end of Cocoon. Sarah's task was simply to assemble the tools to achieve this end, to bring Snow and the others into contact with the lower world being. Her wish that they protect Cocoon was just that, a wish. It had nothing to do with her or their focus. Confounded by the naked truth, the dumbstruck l'Cie flee the plummeting Palamecia on an airship provided by Bartandalus. Their craft is guided by an unseen power that protects them from Colonel Roche's onslaught and flies them towards the reality hidden beneath the capital of Cocoon. Chapter 10! What fal'Cie want? Shortly after their reunion, the l'Cie's newfound conviction is shaken by the fal'Cie's masquerading as the human Primarch. If what Bartandalus says is true, then their focus really is the destruction of Cocoon. One of them must become the beast from their vision and doom the floating world to annihilation by killing the entity that keeps it aloft, the being known as Orphan. But does Bartandalus desire the destruction of his own world? Why else would he explain their focus in such detail? The l'Cie cannot fathom his true intent, but there is no denying that a power beyond their understanding prevented their demise. The airship flew with a mind of its own, evading Roche's attacks and bringing them to this place, a sprawling relic of Pulse architecture, nestled right beneath Eden, the capital city of Cocoon. Each of them feels lost and confused, but Snow, in particular, seems to have been hit hard. Believing Sarah's wishes to be his focus is what had kept him moving forward all this time. Now that he has learned that she, too, was an enemy of Cocoon, the very foundation of his belief has fallen into ruin. The power within. Fang and Vanille remember a legend from their homeland, a legend about the Arks. Arks are supposedly huge armories filled with living weapons. Their occupants kept in stasis for the day war comes to Grand Pulse. But why is one of them on Cocoon? It was probably transported in the same manner as the Vestige in Bodum, but it had become known that such a facility, existed so close to Eden, even the massed ranks of the entire Sanctum army would be powerless to stem the resulting tide of panic. Could it be that the government has been kept ignorant of the Ark's existence in the event that such a crisis be required? The Arks are also known as training grounds for l'Cie. As their brands burn with the awakening of new powers, the companions begin to understand Bartandalus' intentions in sending them to this place. The fal'Cie posing as the Primarch really does wish the l'Cie to complete their focus and bring an end to Cocoon. Why else give them this opportunity to hone their skills? People. Sarah Farron. Sarah's Lightning's younger sister and Snow's fiancée. As a Pulse l'Cie, she has gained eternal life in slumbers in a crystal stasis. Snow believes their focus to be save the world as Sarah's wished, but Bartandalus explains that her task was simply to gather the tools for Cocoon's destruction. Was Sarah nothing more than a pawn, an unwitting enemy of Cocoon? Galeth Disley. Acting in the guise of a human Primarch, Galeth Disley has concealed his true identity as the fal'Cie Bartandalus. He reveals to Lightning and her companions that their focus is for one of them to take on the form of Ragnarok and shatter Cocoon. Despite overseeing Cocoon's prosperity for so long, it seems he now desires its destruction. To that end, he has watched over the fugitive l'Cie and has even taken a direct hand in their survival. Jill Nabat. Jill Nabat is a talented Zycom officer who graduated at the head of her class. As the supervisor in charge of Dodge's testing, she grew close to his father, Saz. However, her kindness was simply a ruse to gain access to the boy's l'Cie ability to sense Pulse entities. She captures Saz and Vanille and Nautilus, using them as bait in her scheme to draw the other Pulse l'Cie out of hiding. Jill's plans backfire when her carefully laid ambush is unable to contain the l'Cie, and Bartandalus disposes of her as he would any other tool. 13 days. Day 13 flight. Believing the Sanctum announcement that the Purge was a forced migration to Pulse, Vanille decided to board the train on her own free will. This could be her only chance to return home. Vanille hated the idea of leaving Fang behind on Cocoon, but if she could make it back to the lower world, her focus would no longer be a danger to anyone. Maybe she couldn't change reality, but she could defy her fate by running away. Her encounter 4 days ago had given her the courage she needed. Locales, the 5th Ark. This Grand Pulse structure lies deep beneath the capital city of Eden, its existence known to the members of Sanctum. According to legend, Arks are Grand Pulse armories that hold living weapons in stasis. In preparation for war with outside forces, these facilities also supposedly serve the function of awakening a l'Cie's latent powers. Why this 5th Ark is on Cocoon, and whether there are other Arks hidden elsewhere is uncertain. The fal'Cie, Bartandalus. This fal'Cie has long lived under the guise of Galen Dysley, the Sanctum's supposedly human Primarch. Unbeknownst to even to his closest aides, he has kept careful watch on the fugitive l'Cie through the eyes of his Rook, Menvra, forcing them to grow stronger while at times aiding secretly in their flight. Bartandalus desires only that the l'Cie complete their focus, which he has explained to be transforming into the beast Ragnarok in order to destroy Orphan and all of Cocoon. And some primers that I'll skip over, and we've got some new enemies. The Pulsework Knight, Bartandalus, and his body parts. Let me get these to go away. And with that, that is going to be it for this time, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you leave a like down below, subscribe if you want to be notified when I upload in the future, and with all that said, have a good one.